Welcome to our project presentation. I'm Sharon.
I am Daniela, and we are both here to assist Irene with her thesis project presentation. Irene found us here at extranormal.com in one of the classes she was taking for the Education Media Design Technology Master's program at Full Sail University.
Well, Daniela, I've spoken with Irene about the courses she took in the program, and she seemed very pleased at how well all of the courses fit with each other.
She seemed pleased with the skills she acquired from each course, but there were some specific courses that helped her get her media project developed.
She did say she really got into the media asset creation course, which helped her design a website because in that class, they were supposed to create a blog. So while she was learning to blog, she learned how to design a website by using iWeb. And this is also where she found us, here at Extranormal, because of a search she did on open source applications. Extranormal is so easy to use and available for students to easily create projects related to social studies content.
Well, I know she took a course that helped her learn how to use GarageBand as well. I think I heard her say that she learned how to create her own music in their Musical Theory and Education Applications course. Now she doesn't need to worry about breaking any copyright laws.
That is great because we know how much of a hot topic that is these days, and digital stories often add music to help tell the story. Irene is going to be joining us in a little bit, and she can tell you for herself how she benefited from the EMGTMS program. But now we want to talk to you about digital storytelling.
Digital storytelling is Irene's choice for the media project. She chose this because she felt that as a teacher of history, it held great potential for creating historical stories that would grab students' attention while allowing them to learn content.
Is that because the students themselves would create these stories?
Exactly. Digital storytelling allows for HOTS, or as they are better known as, higher order thinking skills, which we know are very much in demand in the job market.
Yes, I think that Irene found supporting research that showed plenty of hearts going on with digital storytelling.
And this is a great way for students to learn by using digital media technology, like this laptop of ours, along with web or software programs. Using this technology and combining it with social studies content. Wow! I wish I was taught this way when I was in school.
Yeah, that's what I say. The good news is that now we have educators like Irene that are using technology in their classroom. By the way, Daniela, do you know what a wiki is?
Yes, I've heard of Wikipedia. Isn't that a web page that anyone can add information to on a topic?
Yes, and Irene used a wiki through wetpaint.com to house her media project. She learned how to publish on a wiki through one of her last courses, Online Course Management.
Anne-Marie, have you seen that web page? Because I looked at it and it's simple to navigate, and it has some pages on it for teachers and students. The cool thing is that students can add to the page and they use it to work with teachers to create digital stories, and they post the finished stories in HeWiki. So it's kind of like a one-stop story shop.
This is good stuff, Daniela. But I think it's important for everyone to know that a digital story can be made in so many ways, not just in a movie format, but it can be as simple as a PowerPoint. Irene sent me a link to her digital story that she created in the Filmmaking Principles and Education course. She said she had to do a lot of editing on this story because she got so caught up in creating, it actually went over the time limit she was assigned. One can only hope that her students get that involved in creating their own stories.
Right, and a digital story can be as simple as pictures with music and text only. Well, I am sure we can go on and on about how great digital storytelling is, but as we mentioned earlier, Irene is going to be joining us from her studio, so we want to finish up here by saying to all of you watching, to make learning fun and create your own digital stories and share with the world.
You said it, girlfriend. Okay, Anne-Marie, we now join Irene from her studio. Irene, it's great to see you.
Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate the help that you've been giving me lately. I do owe them a big thank you because they've been helping me out in getting my media project complete it. I decided to use extranormal.com because it's a text-to-movie application, and it's really great for creating animated tutorials. It grabs students' attention. It's short and sweet and to the point. Okay, and I like the way that you can create different characters to teach what it is that you want to teach. I thought at first that I would be in the videos, but I'm like, why would I do that when I can create an animated agent to help me teach digital storytelling? But I am getting a little bit ahead of myself, so let me tell you a little bit about how I got to the point of deciding on digital storytelling, and mainly how it led to the creation of my media project called Digital Historytellers. As excited as I was to start the program with a new laptop and tons of software, to be honest, when I learned I would need to come up with an idea for a thesis topic and a thesis media project to go with it, I have to admit I was a bit overwhelmed. See, I'm a big picture type of person, but not knowing what the courses would teach me, I had no idea what I would be able to do, and it was a challenge to find something to build a project around. I decided to focus the topic on what I know, and that's history. I thought about my classroom, and I thought about the students and what their expectations are when they walk through my door. Every year, I realized I found myself somewhat disappointed in the attitudes that my students brought with them. They either think that social studies is supposed to be boring or not as important as other subjects, and they usually think it's supposed to be taught with the teacher lecturing and them taking notes and then finishing it off with a worksheet. To be honest, that's how I remember social studies, but it's the opposite of what I want students to think about my class. Which brought me to the questions, how can I change students' attitudes towards social studies? How can I make social studies learning as important as other subjects to my students? I wanted to make history the main focus of all other subjects, and of course it is. And I don't say that just because it's wishful thinking on my part, because it's what I teach. It's a reality. Because everything has a history. Your desk, your pen, the clothes you wear, and the food that you eat. Everything that touches our lives comes with its own history. This includes everything we teach in school. Reading, writing, math, and science. They all started somewhere. So my goal with my thesis media project was to show how this can be done. Digital storytelling is a great way to get students into looking at history from a storyteller's perspective. Some of the best history teachers I know teach with stories, and since students love to work with technology, what better way than to integrate both technology with storytelling to learn history? Anne-Marie and Daniela already mentioned several courses that helped me in developing the media project, Digital Historytellers. My vision with this project is to have a group of students working with teachers to not only learn content but to help teach content by creating their own stories. I hope to make this a reality in the near future, but in order to get this project off the ground, I need to survey the teachers to see if this is something they would find valuable and convince them that the technology they would learn from using the videos and the wiki would expand their professional development as well. I think once I have the teachers on board, there's no limit to the possibilities and stories that can be created. I hope to use the skills I've learned from this program to help expand teachers' technology skills and students' learning, either through my regular classroom or by becoming a teacher trainer through workshops or higher education. This project has definitely given me the ability to think towards the future and see a very different history classroom.